If you know you should be charging more, but every time you go to pitch your price, you get a little nervous or you don't even pitch it because you don't feel like it's valuable enough, this video is for you. I'm about to take you into a live coaching session that I had with one of my clients who is a Christian entrepreneur who has been struggling for years to scale his business online. And primarily the reason he's been struggling is because he has all these beliefs around money and selfishness and it being unchristian and all these ideas that aren't even true. But because of all these beliefs in his head, it's limiting him on how he's able to scale online. He's way undercharging for his clients, but he's over delivering on the result. And subconsciously, he actually knows that his prices are worth more than what he's charging. But his logical kind of conscious mind is telling him it's not worth that. You're not good enough. You're scamming people. Money's bad. You know, all these kind of limiting beliefs. So what you're going to see in this video is that I actually help him shift this big limiting belief that's been clouding him for over 2 years in just a matter of 15, 20 minutes. Because essentially he has conflicts happening in his belief structures. And you're going to see that throughout the video. And a lot of people don't think they can change their beliefs. That's just not true. Our beliefs form because we have reference points in our life. Think of it like a table. And you're going to see me reference this in the video, which is why I want to go through it really quickly. Think of your beliefs like a table. You have a table with 4 legs. So it's like, let's say, you know, money is bad. And I have this belief, I have this scripture verse, I have this, and it's all these beliefs that make you justify money is bad. Well, what I essentially help my client do is I help him knock the legs out and then replace the legs. I do this in a way that is very artistic, so you don't necessarily know that's what's happening, but I'm very skilled at this stuff. And what's so glorious about all of this is that my client genuinely made such a big shift. I mean, this has been over a month now. What he realizes by charging less, he was actually hurting his clients. And you're gonna see why that happens throughout this video. And you're also gonna see where he made the shift. You can see it in his body language, you can see it in his eyes, you can see it in his whole demeanor, because there was a change in his nervous system, because what he now associated with higher pricing wasn't feelings of guilt or, you know, unsureness or whatever, but a state of confidence and excitement that it's like, wow, I can't wait to deliver my clients these results. And like I said, it's been over a month now, and this change in his belief has completely changed and transformed how he shows up in his business. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to watch this as if you are my client. I want you to put yourself in this call. And by the end, you will either raise your prices in your business, or at least by the end, you'll clearly see how beliefs around pricing are likely holding you back in your business. And before we begin, if you are a Christian entrepreneur who is already making money in your business and you want to scale to consistent 20K months using social media, I'm going to drop a link below. Fill out the form. Let's hop on a call and see if I can help you. And if not, enjoy the video.
How do I begin to break that limiting belief with online sales? Because for some reason there is some type of barrier that, like, hey, I'm not face to face with. It's like I can charge $500 a month in person, no problem. I don't have any issue with that.
Why do you have an issue with that?
I value the in-person connection. I think it is that connection piece. But also I still have parts of me that see earning money from a labor standpoint. I look at that in-person training as, okay, I'm there. That's my labor, rather than online is more like you're still working, but I don't know. Maybe it's the physical labor versus, I don't know. I actually don't know. That's a good question.
So the problem's really clear. What matters to you is what you think matters to the client. You told me community. Are they paying you for community? So that's just an added bonus. Is it not possible to be connected energetically, spiritually via Zoom?
It absolutely is. I mean, every time I get off one of these, I'm like, damn, I feel good, like excited.
Awesome. So could you not create that for your future customers who never meet you in person?
Absolutely, I can.
Then why wouldn't it be worth $500 a month?
I don't know. It shouldn't matter. Yeah. It's good digging.
Yeah, no, it's a limiting belief. You're starting to see how it's limited. You're starting to question it, which is the first, like, you got to break the legs of the foundation. So like leg one was like, you believe that they're paying you for community. That's not true. They're paying you for a result. A byproduct is community. but you like community. So that's actually a projection. You like coaching them in person because that makes you feel good. You attach the meaning to that. That was one. Number two is you mentioned labor. What is labor to you?
Effort put in.
Effort put in. Okay. What else?
Serving.
Serving. Okay. What else? What is it practically?
That's a good question, honestly, because now that I'm thinking about it, like, yeah, I might help somebody move some weights around or rack their stuff or
Okay.
but now I'm starting to see I really love the in-person connection part. And I can start to see why I would believe that that's really what the value is in. We do need connection.
100%. But what's happening in that connection? Like, what is making you say, I like connection with these people when I'm training them? Is it a conversation? Is it an energy thing? Are you like pushing them on? Like, what's like actually happening?
Me and my clients usually get pretty real, either pretty deep, or we might just shoot the.
But is that why they're paying you?
Definitely not. Of course not. I mean, well, I don't know. Some of my clients that have been with me for a couple of years now, maybe.
Maybe.
I've been told a couple times. I've been told several times that like I'm very. If it weren't for the relationship we built, they wouldn't be with me still.
Sure. But still, that's not what brought them through the door.
That's true.
That's repeat business.
Yeah.
That's not new clientele. That's across every business like yours. My business too. People stay with my social media company, not always, or I mean, we deliver really good results, but sometimes we only deliver okay results. But people bend on their budgets because like, man, Anton, you and your team, you guys are awesome. People will stay. What got them through the door was never because you rack some weights for them or because you have good conversations. It was something else.
And that was just for them to get a result.
Exactly. Is it possible to deliver that result and even more online?
100%. I would argue and it's more valuable online because I'm able to see the bigger picture. I can now see, hey, we're going to go deep into your lifestyle. Like, what is it about your everyday life that's holding you back?
So what you're telling me is that your in-person sessions are underpriced.
I guess.
That's what you just told me. It sounds to me like $500 online is not only wrong, it's too cheap on what you actually believe.
And I can't help but smile because I'm like, I think that's the truth. Probably. I think you exposed it.
Well, you exposed it. I'm just asking questions. So what's the truth?
It's more valuable online.
Name it.
And there shouldn't be any, I should not have any issue charging $500.
You should have an issue charging $500 because that's not true of what you just told me it's worth.
This was good.
So the whole time, subconsciously, you actually believed it's worth more. You just never took the time to think about why. And because of that, it's like a strategy thing. It's like, oh, well, I'm just doing it because clarity is power. Once you get clear, you start to say, wait, no, not like you even said, wait, it's worth way more than 500. Oh, so you're telling me you're actually unethical? You don't seem like an unethical guy. So why are you charging something that's cheaper than what it's worth? That's not good business, nor is it ethical. If a car is worth $10,000, the car is worth $10,000. See, this is like a really deep, powerful concept. There was a conflict in your belief structures, but you actually thought it was the opposite of what it truly was. You thought, oh, it's too expensive, therefore I should position it differently online or whatever was running in your head. So you were having a hard time pushing that. But the real truth was that wasn't the real conflict. The real truth was that you actually know the real value of what happens online. And because you know the real value of what was happening online, you essentially were pricing it too low. So then when you went to go pitch it, it wasn't something excited for you because, again, this was subconscious. Your subconscious knows, hey, my time with people one-on-one in this online setting for, 4 sessions a month or whatever it is worth more than 500. And your conscious mind is saying, no, it's not. It's worth less than 500. That's a pretty big conflict. The body, the mind, the soul knows one thing. And then the conscious mind is like, no, you're too expensive. So it's like, because that's the front of your belief system, you project that. Or you notice like things in people about their response to it. And then you would tie bigger meanings to it than it really is. But what you're really doing, and this is going to really blow your mind, you're actually priming them to believe your limitation in the way you ask them questions. That's what's really happening. Because you would probably say something like, So, do you think this is worth like $500? Now, you might not say it like that, but your body says it, your energy says it. So then they say, dude, this is not worth $500 online. And what does that do? It builds the loop for the limiting belief. And then you have the self fulfilling prophecy say, see, told you so. It's too expensive. But the truth is, your body and your soul, you're like, it's worth more than that, actually. So charge more than that.
I think part of it is also fear of pushing people away. Genuinely can't afford it because I'm not in a position that I have to take somebody on. Otherwise, I can't feed myself.
So, I know you said like you don't need the client today or whatever, but what about when you have a kid?
I would probably need the client today, 100%.
So, why would you wait?
No reason to wait. Because I've got kind of the right now two different, and it depends on the amount of support somebody needs, right? So would be like premium is that $500 a month where there's just more touch points, a little more of this versus the hey, kind of do it with you a little bit. We're gonna meet one time a month and we'll text back and forth a bit. And like that would be $300 a month. So really in reality, premium should be 750, maybe, I don't know, more. And then the $500 a month should be what it like that less touch point one.
They're not paying you for a number of sessions or a number of touch points or a number of text messages. They're paying you for a result. The truth is it's more of something like, I'll help you find time for the things that matter most in your life. And that might be a little contingent per person. Some people it's going to be family. Some people it's going to be health. Some people it's going to be God. Whatever it is, that's the customization you provide. Guaranteed X result, 90 days, this price. It just might so happen that that breaks out to $750 over 3 months. In my mind, that's still a little cheap, but we can move the needle slowly if we need to. Because if somebody is trying to get a result of where they are trying to essentially learn prioritization, this is an important skill. And it gets increasingly harder the older you get because you get more busy, genuinely. Get kids in the picture, you have a health challenge, work, whatever. If you're just saying, hey, pay me $750 a month, that might get them interested. But I wouldn't say that's an irresistible offer. Because what you're telling me is that they might not get a transformation, which is why they stay with you for so long. But you're selling, like, you're kind of projecting your current model of repeat business on your new model, which, like, that's not what you should do. This headspace you're in of like maintenance almost, that comes after they bought the main thing. So you need to do it in the reverse. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, that makes more sense on why you set up the roadmap the way you did as far as a 90-day sprint.
Yes.
And so it's like almost a swift kick in the ass, like flipping things upside down. Because
Exactly.
in reality, like if you don't get these things in priority, you lose time with your wife. You lose time with your kids if you're stuck in this, oh, I gotta work more, I gotta work more, I gotta work more because all your values and work, or you don't make time to take care of yourself. And then you're running into health issues, or you're running into, again, relationship issues. So I understand the value in that. I think I don't know how to articulate that yet as well. I think I did it well with Eddie, who's the guy who signed on a couple weeks ago, where I was just like, dude, you're losing time right now with your kids and your wife because you are drained all the time because you're so busy trying to attack things on your plate. And long term, when it comes to chronic illness,
Yes.
possibly, right?
Sure.
So I understand the value in that point. I just the money part is like,
Yeah, but that's a you thing. You're not really seeing the truth. So let's talk about it. What is the value of losing your marriage or saving your marriage, I should say?
Yeah.
Well, what's the debt you feel spiritually, emotionally, financially as a byproduct of going through a divorce? Let's list them off. Tell me a couple things.
probably emptiness, fear of not seeing your kids as nearly as much,
Mhm.
losing a relationship with your kids, side picking between your kids, how they will view relationships growing up. Are they going to be able to to have a healthy relationship, marriage later,
And what's that going to do to the father, his confidence?
destroy it. I failed my kids.
That's going to make him be super healthy and make more money and succeed higher in his career? Or is it going to make him probably drink a little bit more and get into bad habits and maybe watch porn more? What do you think is going to happen to him?
Definitely self-sabotage spiral.
What do you think happens to his bank account? Does it go up or down? 50 grand, 100 grand,
Yeah. 50
200
grand
grand?
maybe? I don't know, because well, yeah, you gotta, I don't know, how does that work? You gotta split things up.
Yeah, typically. So half
You're also losing a house, losing other things.
that's a couple hundred grand. So we could probably average it around at the low end, 3 to 500,000. Okay, what happens to his health? Does he get super ripped, six pack abs? Does he probably?
Yeah, if he doesn't know how to regulate or run to God in moments like that, absolutely not.
Yeah.
He'll eat, he'll drink,
Okay. So if I told you I have a solution to prevent that and do the inverse, where you don't get divorced, you're present with your children, you get closer to God, you get healthier, and it's $500, would you believe me?
I would believe you, and I would say that's a steal.
Would you actually believe me though? You're 500K in debt, and I'm telling you, you can avoid this $500,000 if you would just pay me 500.
And all the pain.
Yeah, yeah, and you're fat and you're lazy and you've fallen off the earth. You don't talk to your children, and I'm the magic genie, and all you gotta do is pay me $500, and you avoid all of this. Do you believe me?
Probably not.
So that's the issue with your business. You don't see the value, so they don't see the value. And the reason I signed up is because of that energy you brought to him. Like, dude, how long, bro? You helped him see the pain of what happens if he doesn't make a change today. So he moved forward. And I guarantee he'll probably get pretty good results. And they will be worth way more than $500 because you don't know what you may help him prevent. Maybe help him prevent a divorce. Maybe help him prevent, medical bills that will come 20 years down the road. Maybe help him prevent a heart attack. Maybe help him prevent diabetes. Who knows? You don't know. So by making it too cheap for new people, they're going to be like, screw you, dude. I don't believe you. If I would have told you guys this course is $1,500 or $1,000 or even $2,000, I guarantee maybe you would have signed up, but maybe not. Because you're like, could it really be that good for $1,500?
I probably would have thought it was just a money grab if it was
Yeah.
2K or less.
For everything that you offered. Yeah.
It'd be like, no way. There's no way.
There's no way. So it's the same for all of your guys' business. So that's why being too cheap destroys businesses. It actually prevents you from getting more sales because people don't believe you.
That was awesome. I appreciate it. I think part of that fear also coming up is, you know, somebody that would be like me in that, like the position that I was in. I couldn't, so again, projecting, oh, I couldn't have afforded that at that point.
Maybe.
So I don't know. I'm more of I very much of an invest in myself mindset. So like I would have made it happen.
It's not about what you can afford. It's about what people can spend. The average American cannot afford the house they live in, cannot afford the car they drive, but they drive a car and they live in a house because of the way the system is set up that allows them to get leverage, credit, financing. But those same people will go splurge on $100 dinners and $300 weekends drinking and getting high or whatever. Like it's no big deal. They don't have $500,000 in their bank account, but they live in a $500,000 house. They can't technically afford it, but they buy it. So
Something that would
actually help. That's the difference.
value that you get. And because I mean, I see it even more because I invested in a men's health coach when we were like literally right before we broke up,
Oh, wow.
and it paid dividends. Like, and I would imagine that, it went from, hey, you're not being the man that I need you to be, to, hey, 3 months later, it was, what have you been doing?
What did you pay for that coaching with that guy?
In total, almost 5K.
You paid 5K for some, coaching that essentially saved your relationship. Is your woman only worth 5K?
Invaluable, that woman.
So do you think your work will not help people save their marriage?
It absolutely can. 127%.
So is that only worth $500?
Hell no.
So stop making them believe it's only worth $500, because then if the payoff is so big but the cost is so cheap, the value isn't equated. So people go, you're going to help me get in shape, get closer to God, potentially save my marriage, get closer to my kids for $500? I don't believe you. No way. Versus, I'm going to provide you a custom solution where after 90 days, you're going to be closer to your wife, closer to your children, healthier than ever, and actually feel happy again for 4K. We'll do this over the course of 90 days. Let's do this, man. Do you feel the difference in energy there?
Yeah.
One is results driven, one is maintenance driven, one is sold on price, one is sold on quality. Once they're done with that 4K, then you do what you're doing now, which is like, hey man, let's keep you on track. We don't need to meet every week anymore, but let's meet once a month or twice a month just so we can stay touching point and you can stay on track. And if you want more, we can up it if an emergency comes up or something or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was huge.
Let's go. Cool. We created the offer. Let's go. Irresistible offers. That's the name of the game. Wasn't that so powerful? Seeing him make that shift from, oh my gosh, $500 is so steep, to, I know it's worth more than $500. I mean, that is a big change in his nervous system. And this isn't just something consciously happening where it's like an affirmation where people are like, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. And really inside, they're deeply, deeply sad. This is a change in his nervous system where he's now associating charging higher prices to a good feeling and an exciting feeling versus charging higher prices to like guilt and all this crap. Now, obviously, if he didn't actually have a product or service that was valuable and he was trying to change these beliefs to like convince himself that he should be scamming people, that's when this stuff becomes unethical. But in this context, and I know this guy pretty well, I've been working with him for a few months now, this is a man of God. This is a servant. This is somebody who cares about his clients, and he has skills that genuinely help people increase the quality of their life. So he's actually been doing himself and his clients all a big disservice. He was essentially devaluing what it is he did. And because of that, the clients didn't see the value in it. And because of this belief shift, his whole business has changed. It's a really beautiful thing. If you are a Christian entrepreneur who is already making money in your business and you want to scale to consistent 20K months and beyond, go ahead and click that link below. You can fill out the form, schedule a call with me. We'll see if you're a good fit, and I can help you unlock new dimensions to your business that you didn't even know existed. God bless. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, there are so many of you on this page that watch my stuff consistently, but you're not subscribed and you definitely never comment. So please, if my content's valuable, if you enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless.